Do you regret not keeping that upload? Because that's one of the fears that I have is dropping off. And
Mm-hmm.
the longest I've taken off is like 2 weeks in 3 years, I think, from 2 videos a week. And
Well,
that's scary. You're like,
yeah,
it's a fear because when I have a video and it doesn't do well, but that shit scares me because this is my income, this is my life, this is what's gonna put my kids through school.
yeah,
Obviously, I'm doing the most I can to sort of not put all my eggs in one basket, but there is always that fear there that something will go wrong, or even the fear for me that fucking YouTube will go, not anymore, Butterfield, piss off. Like, that's always
yeah,
deplatforming and stuff. Like, I don't think I'm that controversial, but I guess it depends who you ask. Like, I really like Friendly Geordies, but a lot of my audience doesn't like him, and a lot of his audience fucking hates me. Like, I am
mm,
the devil for those people. Well, not all of them, but some of them. I've read the comments. Fuck you. But there's always that fear there. And did you find that was a regret of yours, or do you think that it led you in a positive direction?
yeah. Hindsight is a good thing, and I wouldn't do that if I had my time again. But it made me realize the importance of the regular uploads, and well, I think you got to find that fine balance between, well, for me at least, because with what I do, right, with the characters and the sketches, I try even earlier this year. I tried to commit to 2 videos a week, but the quality just went down so much that the overall views, even with 2 videos, went down. So I've always found the perfect balance for me is one comedy video a week,
Mhm.
and then with some of the other stuff I'm doing on the Neel TV channel now, um, I'm a lot more regular with those uploads. Um, man, we all have those fears now because, like, I mean, I don't think I'm controversial at all. Of course, I'm biased towards myself there, but seeing some of the people who are getting, quote unquote, cancelled and being socially shamed, social media shamed, I'm worried about that too. I'm really worried about that. And ultimately, YouTube is a private company, and they do have the liberty to just to ban people without even notifying them.
And
So I'm trying
often,
to.
often it comes from a weird place too. Like that whole the Christchurch joke for me, where people demanded my deplatforming. Like, I didn't even think about that. That wasn't something that was in the back of my mind. Like, oh my god, I hope that doesn't. I was going to say blow up. That's probably a bad choice of words. I hope that doesn't. I hope that doesn't turn into a big situation. Like, who knows? Like, I think for people who are in the public eye, like, it happens out of the blue sometimes. And there's something that comes out and you're like, oh
Mm.
shit, like, I forgot about that, but fuck me, that's okay. Now we deal with this now, you know?
Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Because I don't ever want to censor myself or censor what I say, but I'm trying to take as many steps possible to being as independent as I possibly can. I just haven't, the biggest step would be just posting videos to a website on some other video platform, but that I'm not there yet. But I don't even use Patreon now anymore. So it's a risk that you take being on, any social media platform. And I do think I don't think social media platforms should be heavily regulated. I think they are ultimately private companies. I don't agree with what their policy, their very vague policy on hate speech and their demonetization and all of that. But I also do agree that they, as a private company, have the right to do that. And I think we, as people who with profiles on that social media site, we accept the terms that come with that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's the
but
funny one, isn't it? Like, you don't want regulation because who wants their government dictating
exactly,
what is the
yeah,
terms? But also, when there's private companies who are as large and as powerful as governments, where is the
yes,
line? And that's the thing that I don't think anyone has the
yeah.
appropriate answer to yet.
Mm. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because this is very new territory that we're treading in. You know, nothing like this has ever happened
Yeah.
historically, and you know, there's regulation going the other way now with that code that you did a great video on that is coming. I don't did that get passed in the Australian Parliament? Because it's a terrible law and it's definitely
Oh, the
over regulation in my estimation, and it's these old and poorly modeled large media conglomerates that are basically trying to obtain an unfair advantage on social media because one, they simply can't compete, and they have the connections in the government to do that.
yeah.
So
It's new media
it,
trying to crush old media because they haven't adapted, and it's
it's
just
exactly
lazy.
it.
It's lazy, lazy business by old fucking dinosaurs. That's it.
Yep, couldn't put it better myself.
It's
They just
all it is.
need to get with the times. You know,
Yeah,
they need
it's
to eat some ass.